What's up, everybody? Once again, my name is Matt, and welcome to Animal Crossing New Horizons, and welcome to my island. I've actually wanted to do like an island tour for a long time, but I waited until I got 5 stars because now I feel like I do have something to show off. So yes, I do have a 5-star island, and I'm excited to showcase it for all you guys, starting with my town flag, which is just like the N64 icon. I didn't even make this. I actually downloaded it from the internet. My town flag used to be something else, but I haven't really come up with a unique design for my own island yet, so I figured this would just be like a good placeholder. But once I sort of, I don't know, get creativity for an original design, I probably will replace that. So here's my island. My island name is actually PP Island. Again, I started that out thinking that I was probably going to reset and make a new island, but I sort of got invested with this one, and it just sort of stuck. So now I'm stuck with that name, for better or worse. Anyways, real quick, before we actually do anything crazy, let's look at the map just so you can see my villagers, see the layout, all that jazz. So I live in the upper left-hand corner of the map. Then we have Apollo and Poncho, which was very important to me that I got these characters. I actually had the amiibo cards for them, so I got them through the campsite. But Apollo and Poncho were the first, or some of the first 2 villagers that I ever had in any Animal Crossing game. Like, I started playing Wild World on the DS, and they've pretty much been in all of my towns, or I've made sure they were in all of my towns since then going forward. We also have Agnes, Sparrow, Monty, Sherry, Jacob, Ava, and Zucker. Zucker is another villager that I used an amiibo card to get. But honestly, the rest of them have all just been like randomly assigned to me. And I gotta say, I got a really nice batch of villagers. Like, I love every single one of them. However, that being said, if we were gonna get rid of one of them, it would definitely be Ava. She's my least favorite. Don't tell her, but she's kind of ugly, and I'm not really a fan of her, but she can stay for now. She's tolerable, but if she ever wants to leave, she's getting the boot, let me just tell you, because I kind of want to replace her with Scoot the Duck, because Scoot is awesome. I love Scoot, but he's also a jock personality, and then I would have 3 jock personalities, because Poncho and I think Jacob is also a jock personality. It's either Jacob or Sparrow. I forget which one. Anyways, though, before we get too distracted, let's start the tour on the left. So this is usually where I hang out when I'm welcoming people to my island. This is sort of my karaoke, chill, club, bar area. It's kind of sad because I literally set up this entire area, and my villagers very rarely come in here, and none of them have ever once stood at this microphone and done any sort of singing. It's kind of depressing because that's like what I envisioned this place would be for, but no one ever does it, so it kind of very rarely goes used unless like I have people come over, and then I just, you know, I wait here for them to get here, and this is sort of where we hang out. There is sort of a private beach this area, and aw, look at Sherry doing yoga on the beach. What a cutie. So yeah, this is like the private beach area. We got some beach towels, a bonfire, some party lights, beach ball. Basically everything you would need to throw a party. Like, I mean, what else could you possibly need to throw a party? Nothing, exactly. Alright, so let's head over to my main plaza area. So of course we greet everybody with the fountain because, I mean, what else are you gonna do? And then I have this little park area, I guess you could say. We got the vending machines, some chairs, some decorations, a trash can so you can throw out all your garbage. But this basically just leads into my commercial district. So starting off here, we have Blathers and his illustrious museum, adorned with some gold flowers, which I'm trying to grow more of. These are the only 2 I have right now, but I have a whole garden that I'll show off later on just for like getting gold flowers. Then we have, of course, Nook's Cranny, and I really hope that somewhere along down the line Nintendo releases another update so we can get a larger store. Nook's Cranny is great, but I really wish they had more items. And look at Apollo in the background there being majestic. He looks like he's singing, so we might go visit him in a second. And of course, to end things off with the commercial district, we have the Able Sisters store. So I lined them up next to each other, made it look kind of nice. Then you just walk right up there. Oh, they're talking to each other. What are they saying? Are they talking about me? Hey, Agnes, you like cooking, right? You think you could cook for me? Zucker is always about food. I love him. He's like my favorite villagers because he has such like a lazy, like food-hungry personality. Always coming up with new recipes. An original, I'm calling it pepperoncini. I don't know how I feel about that, but alright. What is it? I would like to know as well, actually. Pear sauce poured on some... Wait, what? Oh, okay. That's an actual thing that I've just never heard of before. That's probably because I'm stupid. All right, I don't want to talk to you guys anymore. This is delaying my video, but sounds good. Oh, look at that. They're going to have a dinner hangout. Oh, I guess not actually. Well, whatever. They were trying to be cute and have like a dinner hangout, but Zucker's too busy being lazy. So I got Leaf here today. He's just hanging out, you know, in front of the resident service building. Nothing too special over here. Oh man, it looks like Apollo finished his grand solo singing. He's all tuckered out now, so he's just chilling under the tree. So to the left, and I should actually mention this, I kind of forgot to, but I have not done a ton of terraforming on my island. So I know a lot of people, when they do like these island showcases, they have like a general theme that they follow. The mindset behind my island is it's an island that is easily created by someone who is just casually playing the game. I know a lot of people like go in Animal Crossing, and especially in this game, they make like these crazy villages that all have like a specific theme. They're like jam-packed with items, like everything is like meticulously planned and laid out, and I think those islands are cool, and like huge props to the creators. Like, it's amazing what you can do in this game. However, I wanted a more laid-back, casual style island, so my island's theme is just like something that just like an average player would make. Like, I didn't put a whole lot of time into it. Obviously, I mean, I did put months into like getting it into like a 5-star island, but it's not something that I went into with like a plan from the get-go, except for this area. So this like middle island area is entirely naturally generated. Like, this came with the island. I did no terraforming whatsoever. This is the exact shape that I got. And I just sort of like planned around it. And like, once I knew I had a center island completely separate from everything else, I was like, all right, I want to put sort of like a garden area on there. And then some of the first items I got were like these bamboo or Zen items. And I was like, all right, well, Zen garden it is then. And now it seems like every island pretty much has to have a Zen garden, or at least a lot of the ones that I have them. So yeah, we have like this nice, I think this is like supposed to be a gravestone, but I use it as my centerpiece just because I thought it looked nice. We have the cypress bathtub. I think this is called a garden faucet, whatever that bamboo thing is. Zen pillow, tea set. I think it's just called a garden rock. Forget what that thing is called. A gong, bamboo lamp, whatever this like weird fish thing is called. Some benches, and hey, look at that. We got ourselves a present coming down. Let me just grab this real quick. I don't want to like delay the video too much, but we have a candle, the outdoor bath, and then just like some privacy screens I put up there that I thought looked nice. And of course, to round it out, I surrounded the island in bamboo and orange and pink flowers. The other colors are here because it was raining the other day and I just haven't picked them yet. I haven't decided if I want to like leave them there and just let them grow naturally, or if I want to pick them. Maybe that's something you guys can like sort of help me with, because honestly, I do like where my island is right now, but there's a couple of things that I'm open to change in the future, or just for like looking for ideas basically. So if you got any ideas of things that would be cool on my island, let me know. Over here we have my diner area. Unfortunately, it is yellow. I got to admit, yellow is not my favorite color. I kind of wanted red, but I just got all the yellow items first, so that's what I did. My friend actually sent me this blue espresso machine, so I kind of like it, but I don't know if I want to go all blue. Eventually, I might switch it to red. We'll see. But yeah, we're playing Bubblegum KK because that's just the best song to play in a diner. But we have like this little podium as like the reception area and all that. So down here is sort of my abstract garden. The idea behind this was just like, I wanted more dimension to my island because everything was sort of flat, except for like the back areas of my island. Those were the only areas that sort of went up to like layer 2 and 3. And I felt like my island was lacking dimensionality, so I sort of created this area. I'm not a huge fan of how it turned out, because like in my mind, I was going to make like, this huge 3-tier thing, have like the Stonehenge thing at the top, and then each layer was going to have a bunch of different flowers and other stuff, and unfortunately, it just sort of didn't work out the way that I had planned. So this is sort of what I was left with, and I like it, but it's not my favorite thing on my island, and I might change it later on, but for now, it's okay. It gets the job done. And there's a lot of cool stuff in here, and it does add the dimension that I was looking for to my island. Now, to the right of that is actually one of my favorite areas in the island. I did this as soon as like Leaf showed up the first day. I just made like this little tiny garden. And I don't know, it's so simple, but I really just like how it turned out. It's really cute. So we have like the bench down there, the water fountain, some iron benches, little plant. It's really simple, but I don't know, I just think it looked really nice. My beaches, I'll admit my beaches are kind of empty. These are still kind of a work in progress. I do have the lighthouse over here and a little telescope for stargazing. Then I think down here I have a couple of things. Yeah, I have some porta potties, because you know when you gotta go, you gotta go. And then just a little small little hangout area, one beach chair, a fan because you don't want to get too hot when you're on the beach, picnic basket, and a little radio. That's really all I have going on my beaches. I do have a couple of things on the other side that I'll show off once we get over there. But for now, let's go to the northern section, because there's a fun little area that I want to show off. This is like, I guess, my playground, fair, fun area. I'm not really sure what you would call this. But yeah, we have the sandbox on the beach for some reason. I'm not really sure why I put this there, but it felt fitting. I had the teacup ride. I really wish you could ride it. But sadly, you cannot. And it is kind of loud, so we're actually going to leave that off. I don't know if there's like another color of this that's more blue, because I wish there was. Because like over here, I have everything as like a blue theme, except for this, which I probably will go and re-customize, because I got like the blue bubblegum dispenser or bubblegum machine, popcorn machine, and cotton candy machine, so it only makes sense for this to be blue. I just haven't changed it yet. And then on this side we have the playground, the little springy toy, another bench, and this is sort of like a white and black theme, so it just sort of like worked out that way. Alright, so we're gonna go down here and head off to the left side now, and this brings us to my little orchard area. These are all the non-native trees in my island. My native fruit was pear, so I decided to make like a little orchard for all the non-native fruits. And then of course in the back here we have a silo, just because that's where you store all your extra, you know, produce and stuff. Trust me, that this orchard is really nothing special, because I have trees of various fruit variety all over the island, so I just sort of put the orchard there for the sake of filling out some space. That basically covers everything on this side of the island, so let's real quick take a detour and go to the left side of the island, because there's a couple of things that I would like to show off there real quick before we go and explore like the residential area in the northern section of my island. So down here is, oh no, he's looking kind of sad. I want to talk to him, but I don't want to delay the tour video, so he'll be fine for now. Over here we have our campsite, obviously, because we have the campsite sign. And then if you go inside, I don't know, I like how this area turned out too. It's pretty nice. I think having these like spiky fences to sort of highlight the entrance and the back end of the campsite like really works, even though the sides are completely devoid of fencing. I think just having the entrance and backside sort of fenced off like gives you an idea of the space. And I will say this, any random villagers who camp on my island, they get a pretty sweet setup. Alright, so to the left of that, we just have more trees. Again, like I said, the orchards were nothing special. I have trees all over the place. And this is sort of like a secondary orchard. I mainly put those there because, like, as I was getting closer and closer to 5 stars, Isabel was like, we need more trees, we need more flowers. So I was like, alright, girl, you got it, don't worry. And I just planted, like, everything everywhere. Down here, this is where I'm actually working on farming my golden roses. So as you can see, these guys are sparkling. I already watered them today. I'm not going to water them again. We'll just leave them be. And, this was the one villager house that I could not fit into like any of my other designated residential areas, and that's because I actually had a villager move out as I was setting those up. So like this plot was vacant for like a couple of days, and I did all the other residential areas first, and then this person ended up moving in, and I was like, all right, well, I guess I'll just leave it there. So whose house is this anyways? This is Sherry's house, yeah, so she's the only one that doesn't really live next to a neighbor, if you will, but it does connect to another residential area. Before I head up there, though, down here real quick, I'll just show you guys the, I guess, pier that I have. Again, my beaches are kind of devoid of any decoration, so there's really not a whole lot to show off here. If I do head up to the northern side, though, you can see, like, my little, I guess, island outcropping. So there's a couple of trees that are sort of in the progress of growing, and then I have just a lookout tower, just sort of let you look off into the sunset and see all the other islands that are not as cool as mine. But now that is all the way, all that's really left to showcase are the residential areas. So I sort of kept all of my villager houses uniform, so they all have just like flowers and fencing around them. I don't know, I just wanted to keep it more like home feeling. Some of them do have some yard decorations like lawn gnomes or flamingos, or in this case a laundry line. This guy also has a nice bike, so he can, like, you know, do his morning aerobics and stuff like that. Over here, I made, like, a graveyard area. This is, again, something that I might change in the future, because, like, I don't know, like, what's the point of having a graveyard in Animal Crossing? I kind of just put this here to fill space. Down there, I did put the wind turbine, because, again, I just wanted to, like, fill space, and that seemed like a good place to put it. And back here is just pretty much natural landscape. I didn't really do a whole lot back here besides plant a couple of flowers. In the background of that area is actually where I live, and that'll probably be the last spot we visit on the tour. For now, let's head back to the main area and go north, because that'll lead us to my residential areas, and I can showcase basically the rest of my island from there. So I really like how this turned out so far. I put some lights around too, just sort of like highlight different like pathways that you can take. I need to get more of them though. Another one? Do I want to get that? It's kind of over the water. I don't know if this will even work. Maybe it'll work. Oh, hey, I'm surprised it didn't actually fall in the lake. Alright, so here's like my second residential area. This is where both Apollo and Poncho live, so they live together because they're like my favorite villagers. And they actually are kind of friends in the game as well too. Like they get along really well. So kind of makes sense that they're neighbors. Now over this area, I haven't decided if I want to do more bushes or if I want to do more flowers. This is just like a hodgepodge of flowers. I'm not exactly thrilled with how it looks. Like I started orange roses on this side, and then once I got the bushes from leaf, I started them on this side, and then I just never figured out what I wanted to do in the center. On this side though, I did just like put one of all the different variants of trees that I could, just because I thought that looked kind of cool. It also masks the ugly flowers, so that's kind of why that's there. But if we head up over here, and yes, I know that this is off by one block. I haven't fixed it yet. It bugs me too. I probably will want to move this down. Of course, if I move it down one, then it screws up this path. So I don't know what's worse, like having this upper area messed up or having this lower area messed up. Maybe one of you guys can let me know what you think in the comments, just because honestly, I have no idea. But here's my upper residential area. This is actually the first area that I sort of started terraforming just to make bigger for the residents. So everyone up here has a little more room, I guess you could say. Like the general plot is the same, but they have like little side yards. So there's things like clotheslines. Obviously there's the light posts, and then I gave everyone like a garbage can just so they can throw out their trash. Some of them obviously have lawn decorations like gnomes and flamingos, as I said before. So it's just like a nice little area, and again, more trees and more flowers that I'm trying to grow. So that's a cool area. I really don't know what I'm gonna do with this area down here, because it's kind of empty. I might plant more trees down here or do something else, but it is a little empty. Maybe one of you guys can give me some inspiration. It's kind of a small area though, so like I don't have a lot to work with, and that's sort of why it's empty right now. So this leads over to my secret beach. Now, here's the thing. I had my secret beach completely covered, and then once they released the update with Red and we're like, oh yeah, he shows up only at the secret beach, I had to spend so much time moving my villagers' houses over by like 1 square, terraforming this entire area just so I had access to the secret beach. So I put some barrels out here just because like when Red shows up, the barrels next to his ship look really cool. So I put those there and made like this nice little double waterfall area. Now if we head up here, this is where I live. So I have a nice little picnic table with some picnic baskets. I have 2 lily of the valley plants just because that signifies that, of course, you know, you have like a perfect island or a 5-star island. Then I have like this outdoor grilling, cooking area, a nice little bench, a hammock, have a little clothing rack, bird bath and house, my pool and hose to fill it up. And basically, this is where my house is. I take you inside, but my house is not done yet. In fact, it's kind of empty. I put a majority of my time into my village, so my house is nowhere near a state where I want to show it off. But if you guys enjoy this video, maybe I will take you inside once I sort of finish that and give you guys a tour of my house. But that's essentially my island, more or less. So I want to thank you guys for tuning into this video. I know it's kind of random, but I figured this would be like a cool video just to do real quick while I'm like working on other stuff, because I actually did just finish my spring semester for school, so I'm officially like on break, and some new videos will be coming out soon. Anyways, though, again, thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, a like rating would be greatly appreciated. If you want to see more, consider subscribing. But once again, though, guys, my name is Matt. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.